Did you know that according to Forbes, 70% of billionaires earned their wealth from scratch? This means that the majority didn't inherit their fortunes but built them on their own. Andrew Carnegie is a prime example of such a self-made billionaire. Andrew Carnegie, The Legacy of a Visionary, History and 20 Key Lessons on Success. Andrew Carnegie, a name synonymous with industry, wealth, and philanthropy, rose from humble beginnings to become one of the most influential figures in modern history. His journey from a poor Scottish immigrant to the richest man in the world is not just a story of business acumen, but of relentless ambition, strategic thinking, and an unwavering commitment to giving back. Let's dive into his incredible life story and the 20 key lessons we can learn from his success. From poverty to power, the story of Carnegie's rise. Born in 1835 in Dunfermline, Scotland, Carnegie grew up in a family that struggled financially. When industrialization displaced his father's weaving trade, the family emigrated to the United States in search of a better life. Settling in Allegheny, Pennsylvania, young Andrew took his first job at just 13 years old as a bobbin boy in a cotton factory, earning a mere $1.20 per week. Despite working long hours, Carnegie was determined to educate himself. He found a mentor in Colonel James Anderson, who allowed working boys to borrow books from his library. This generosity fueled Carnegie's passion for learning, a principle he later carried forward in his philanthropy. His breakthrough came when he landed a job as a messenger at a telegraph company. With remarkable dedication, he quickly mastered telegraphy, earning a promotion and catching the eye of Thomas A. Scott, a top executive at the Pennsylvania Railroad. Under Scott's mentorship, Carnegie learned invaluable lessons about management, investments, and business strategy, paving the way for his future empire. Carnegie once wrote, "The emigrant is the capable, energetic, ambitious, discontented man. His belief in self-improvement and ambition define his success." Even as a child, Carnegie drew strength from legendary figures like William Wallace, telling himself in tough moments, "What would Wallace do?" Wallace never gave up. This mindset of resilience shaped his journey to success. Carnegie's secret to success: the power of vision and focus. Carnegie's rise was not accidental. He followed a strict philosophy of self-discipline and strategic foresight. One of his greatest secrets was the ability to laser focus on one goal at a time. He believed that splitting attention between multiple ventures diluted success. Carnegie also practiced mastermind networking, surrounding himself with the smartest, most ambitious people in every field. He understood the power of mentorship, stating, "No man will make a great leader who wants to do it all himself or get all the credit for doing it." This belief led him to partner with the best engineers, financiers, and industrialists to grow his empire. He often emphasized the importance of doing more than expected, saying, "Every boy should strive to do something beyond the sphere of his duties, something which attracts the attention of those over him." This philosophy was key to his rapid rise in every job he took, building an industrial empire. By his mid-30s, Carnegie had made strategic investments in railroads, ironworks, and oil, but his greatest success came with steel. Recognizing the growing demand for steel in America's expansion, he built Carnegie Steel Corporation, which became the world's largest steel producer. His innovations in mass production, cost-cutting techniques, and vertical integration revolutionized the industry, making steel more affordable and accessible. The two-list method. Carnegie's strategy for success. One of Carnegie's personal strategies for efficiency was the two-list method, a simple but powerful technique to maintain focus and productivity. He developed this method to eliminate distractions and ensure that his energy was directed toward what truly mattered. 1. Write down the top 10 things you want to accomplish. 2. Select the most important one and focus on it entirely, ignoring the rest until it's achieved. This method, later popularized by Warren Buffett, highlights the importance of prioritization. Carnegie understood that success wasn't about doing everything, but about mastering the one thing that mattered most at any given moment. By following this approach, Carnegie ensured that his mental and physical resources were spent on high-impact activities. Whether it was dominating the steel industry, expanding his philanthropic efforts, or perfecting a business strategy, he committed himself fully to each goal before moving on to the next. The lesson? If you try to chase multiple goals at once, you may end up accomplishing none. Instead, identify the most crucial objective and give it your full attention. In 1901, Carnegie sold his steel empire to J.P. Morgan for $480 million, equivalent to billions today, making him the richest man in the world at that time. But his next chapter would be even more impactful. Carnegie famously said, "Labor, capital, and ability are a three-legged stool. They are equal members of the great Triple Alliance which moves the industrial world." This principle guided his approach to business and innovation. The gospel of wealth, a blueprint for philanthropy. Unlike many industrialists of his era, Carnegie believed in wealth as a tool for social good. His famous essay, The Gospel of Wealth, laid out his philosophy that the rich have a moral obligation to use their fortune for the betterment of society. He famously stated, "The man who dies thus rich dies disgraced." Carnegie devoted the rest of his life to philanthropy, funding over 2,500 public libraries, founding numerous educational institutions, supporting scientific research, and promoting world peace. His generosity laid the foundation for modern philanthropy and continues to impact millions today. One of his most well-known principles was, "To try to make the world in some way better than you found it is to have a noble motive in life." He also believed in investing, calling it the goose that lays the golden egg. His first major investment taught him that true wealth comes from making money work for you, not just from physical labor. Top 20 lessons from Andrew Carnegie's success. 1. Start where you are. Carnegie began as a poor immigrant boy. Success is about taking the first step, no matter how small. Embrace lifelong learning. He educated himself through reading and mentorship, proving that knowledge is the key to advancement. Find a mentor. His career skyrocketed under the guidance of Thomas A. Scott. Seek those who can guide you. Seize opportunities. Carnegie didn't wait for luck. He made bold investments in growing industries. Master your craft. Whether it was telegraphy or steel, Carnegie became an expert in his field. Take calculated risks. His first investment taught him the power of putting money to work. Innovate relentlessly. He revolutionized steel production, making it more efficient and affordable. Work hard and smart. Carnegie believed in persistence, but also in optimizing processes for efficiency. Build a strong network. His connections in business helped him gain insider knowledge and secure lucrative deals. Diversify investments. Before steel, Carnegie had interests in railroads, oil, and sleeping cars. Give more than you take. His philanthropy was driven by a desire to uplift society, not just accumulate wealth. Create systems, not just products. Carnegie Steel succeeded because of its integrated production system. Stay ahead of trends. He saw the future in steel when others were still focused on iron. Use wealth wisely, he believed. Wealth should be reinvested into society, not hoarded. Value employees. While controversial, Carnegie understood that workers were key to industrial success. Be willing to adapt. He transitioned from telegraphs to railroads to steel, always evolving. Think long-term. Carnegie didn't just aim for quick profits. He built industries that lasted generations. Share knowledge freely. He built libraries to empower others through education. Commit to a bigger purpose. Carnegie's ultimate goal wasn't wealth, but making the world better. Leave a legacy. His impact is still felt today through the institutions he founded. Andrew Carnegie's story is a testament to ambition, strategy, and purpose. He proved that true success isn't just measured by wealth, but by the positive impact we leave behind. Whether you're an entrepreneur, student, or dreamer, his lessons remain timeless. Now the question is, how will you apply these lessons in your own journey?